And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and the first few battles you're going to see with Visas Marr, the reason why I chose a Jedi Training Raid team is really I wanted to know if you could beat the Night Sisters with Visas Marr because she brings so much healing to the team on her basic. She can cleanse her and an ally. She can heal. She can counter if she doesn't have any debuffs, she counters 100% of the time. So there's all this craziness that's going on. And I wanted to know, can she be a counter to the Night Sisters? I tried a couple of times with a couple different compositions. As you see in these compositions, it fails. But the whole point of this video was to showcase whether she could make a team that's current meta more viable against some of the other current meta teams. And we know Night Sisters are devastating on offense to try to kill. It's kind of the Achilles heel of Jedi Training Raid teams. So I'm going to go over the kit really quick again with Visas Marr while we lose in the background. But I do have like 4 battles. I'm going to have 3 battles where we lose because sometimes losing teaches us what works and what doesn't work. And then the last battle we actually win. That's why I put it at the end, because I wanted to end it in a high note. Side note, for a lot of people, Visas Marr will look unimpressive. And I want to warn you, first, Visas Marr is priority built for player versus environment PvP or PvE, not for PvP. She will potentially have some viability in PvP, but her primary objective is player versus environment. So her basic is called Telekinetic Blast, and what she does, I'm going to default this down pretty easily. She's going to do damage to a character, and then she's going to dispel buffs or debuffs on her and an ally. So her and an ally are going to cleanse themselves. After they cleanse themselves, she's also going to heal herself 25% and the lowest health ally. You can see the durability with this, her cleansing, her and another, plus healing herself and another just on her basic, and it will reduce Dark Healing, which is her special healing ability, if any debuffs were dispelled. So if there's any debuffs, 3 or 4 debuffs, and she dispels 3 or 4, she's going to reduce that cooldown of Dark Healing by 1. Kind of like Darth Nihilus and his ability, where he, on his basic, can reduce the cooldowns of his abilities. So pretty exciting. It is a really solid basic, the Telekinetic Blast, but it's going to be really good for PvE, where you're having to constantly cleanse that pain that you're going to get when you're in the new raid, because that is a thing. Now, her first special is called Dark Healing, and it's her healing ability because she's a healer, and so she's going to have an AoE heal like most do, but when she does it, she does physical damage to all enemies. So when you watch the footage and you see her doing damage to everyone, that's actually her heal ability, where she heals everybody 35% of her max health. So you want to mod her for all health, so that way she can heal everybody. So if she's at 30,000 health, that will be a 10,000 health gain for everybody on the board, because it's her health that she heals. Also, if she's at full health at the end of that ability, she'll revive a random defeated ally at 50% health. So she can bring someone back to life through her health. It's kind of like Ewok Elder. So pretty cool. That's her first special, Dark Healing. Her second special, Piercing Strike, has a cooldown of 4, and she's going to do physical damage to one enemy, and then she's going to grant all of her allies defense penetration for 2 turns. This defense penetration, not only does it mitigate the armor so your characters do a more honest amount of damage, but it's also going to ignore protection. And then her unique, while she has no debuffs, she'll have a 60% chance to assist. Now, this is confusing because a lot of people think she's going to assist and hit the same Sith, and that's not actually true. When anyone on the team hits a Sith, she will hit a Sith. It could be any Sith 60% of the time. And if you Zeta it, she'll have 100% counter chance. So pretty awesome. Now, she has some basic strategies. Obviously, she's bringing in the fact that she's anti-Sith. She's bringing in the fact that she's providing 2 new buffs for allies. That's both the health steal up, just like Emperor Palpatine does now, and the defense penetration up, which helps your guys hit for a greater amount of actual damage. She's going to be phenomenal in the Sith raid in phase 1, but she's not absolutely necessary or required. But she's going to be good. Again, in PvP, she'll work well, probably best in the General Kenobi Barasafi teams because of all of that healing that she does. She's going to work similar to kind of like an old Daka or Ewok Elder with the healing and the reviving. So you're going to want to mod her for all health. As far as PvE goes, the design intent was for her to be based specifically to be OP in the Sith raid, particularly against Nihilus in phase 1. So pretty awesome. She's going to be great for any anti-Sith synergy. Now, we were winning this battle until someone dies. What happens here, you'll notice in this battle, we were doing well, and I was able to kill Asajj Ventress, and then right here, they kill R2. And when R2 dies, the individuals get to stay up. And then old Daka stays up. And then she brought Asajj back. And this is how it turns south against Night Sisters. And sadly, Visas Marr did not make any difference in that team. Now, this is the victory we have. This is against the current greatest meta that we're going to have. It's going to be Sith Trooper, of course, auto taunting. We're going to have your, in the background, Scion, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Nihilus, and Darth Vader. And we're using CLS because he's one of the best anti-meta teams. I know he used to be meta and he still kind of is, but he's going to be the best counter, so to speak, to this new team. Now you'll notice Darth Scion did that AoE debuff, and see, he's taunting. R2 has to hit him, and that's because of R2's pain over his head. Now Thrawn can hit anyone. He doesn't have pain, so we're going to target EP. Now I have to hit him because she has he's taunting because she has the pain mechanism. Now she'll cleanse herself on this basic and another ally and heal herself and another ally with this telekinetic blast. So watch her heal herself. The problem is it's going to feed a bunch of turn meter to Emperor Palpatine. So here in just a second, watch this. Boom. Her and R2-D2 got cleansed. And that's really cool. They also healed, but of course you can't really see the healing because they haven't gotten into health yet. So she's got a really good basic, and she has definitely better anti-Sith synergy. So now we're going to go ahead and fracture. Let's go ahead and fracture Darth Nihilus. I'm most worried about him annihilating someone. We got to kill Emperor Palpatine. So let's do it. Now, she has pain, so she has to hit him. You see how disruptive Darth Scion's taunt is. She's going to do that AoE, does almost 10k damage to everyone, and gave all of us health steal up, which helps us gain a lot of health, and we hit them. Sith Trooper, still annoying. He's taunting because of the specials being used. And it's really, really hard between all the off taunting between Darth Scion and between Darth Nihilus. That's why this team, which we're affectionately calling the Nightmare team, is so difficult. Now, he has a buff he just put up, Darth Scion, that when he dies, he comes back to life. And Emperor Palpatine just freaking healed. Now, Piercing Strikes, where we're going to get that armor penetration, and we're going to do a decent amount of damage. We got some health gain. Everybody got some health gain. And she countered. If you noticed, she countered with that because she had no debuffs. So no debuffs, she gets to counter. She may or may not hit the same guy. It just depends because she counters, but she counters and hits a Sith target. So there's the AoE debuff. He puts pain down, and we're really hitting Sith Trooper. Do you notice how hard we hit Sith Trooper and how much we killed Sith Trooper? Normally, he takes very little damage. With that armor penetration, we're able to just go right through his armor and just kill him. And that is where she is as an anti-Sith specialist. Now we got to kill Emperor Palpatine, which we're going to do right here. And we're going to then move over to Darth Nihilus. Basic will cleanse her, and she cleansed General Kenobi. Of course, debuffs are aplenty, so we're in trouble. But we're going to go ahead and kill him off with everybody hitting on that AoE attack. Well, not AoE, but group attack. And Darth Vader's tough because he regains a ton of health now. So once we kill Darth Nihilus, we're almost there. We're going to get him out. All right. We're going to do the AoE cleanse, which kills him and did 10,000 damage to everybody. We're going to want to go ahead and take out... Ooh, there goes the AoE. That's pretty awesome. And we can't kill him, but he's taunting because of pain. So I had to hit him. I'm going to fracture him. Now, if you notice, he's fractured, but he keeps his special buff. So when he dies, he comes back to life without that fracture. So we got to kill Darth Vader. He's a real problem. And her basic's going to do the trick. 8 grand's not bad. We're going to kill Darth Scion, but again, he's going to come back to life right now. Boom. He does a really powerful hit, and he's taunting because he has pain over Thrawn, and Thrawn has to go after him. Now, Thrawn can cleanse. We're going to go ahead and use that. And now General Kenobi can cleanse the rest. This is the way to manage pain. She's going to use her special. Now we're going to have armor penetration. We're going to be able to do more damage directly to him. And we're going to do this mass attack, which is really going to finish him off. So you can see this is a good anti-Sith team. I really hope this helps you guys understand her and her place. I wouldn't go spend a ton of money on her if you're thinking you're going to use her in PvP. She may or may not help there, and there are some teams she'll work well in, but I'm not sure it's everything you're expecting. So make sure that you guys go in educated, but for the new raid and all other PvE content, she's pretty phenomenal. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like it and subscribe if you're not, so that way you can get all of my content and keep your gaming on. Warrior out.